This is a printout of the medium large heart mosaic design. Now what I'm going to show you here to do is how to print out two sheets and stick them together, and then you've got a double-sided image for any of the projects or creative expressions that you want to do. So this is the basic technique. Now I'm going to use a light box, but you can use a window if you want, and just put the two images together, line them up, a little bit of tape at the top, keep them in position, then you can glue them together. But this is the way I do it. So first thing you have to do is print out the page that you want to do. From this one I'm going to get two hearts. Now it's difficult to see straight away, but you can see I've done the mirror image here. If you look here, you've got the yellow, the prominent yellow here, and then I flipped it, the mirror image. So when you put those two together, they will marry up perfectly. Now what I've got here, as I said, I'm going to use a light box. These are really fantastic. I invest in one if you've not got one. And I've just cut out two of the hearts here. As you can see, you turn one over, and when you turn it over you can see the design there coming through. And I'm just going to use a little bit of PVA glue just to smear it. You don't want too much glue on it because it'll just go all wrinkly, so just a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to go over the edges. This is a good example of where you can go over the edge. You don't have to keep within the border because you want it to really stick well together. So I'm putting a nice splodge, but a thin splodge of the just ordinary PVA glue all over there. As I said, not too much. And then I'm going to lay this over the top, and because I can see right through, I can just lay it down gently and just know exactly if I've got it in the right place. And I can see, if I turn that over, I've not got any of it showing through. And then I can just, from the inside there, just push it out to the edges, get rid of any wrinkles, and then all you do is put that to one side to dry. I'm just going to move that out the way, and I'll bring one in that I did earlier, and that's now stuck together totally. So then all you have to do now is cut this out. And there you can see that's cut out now, and you've got a two-sided image. Now that image, you can hang it in a window so it looks like stained glass, put on a bottle. You can use it in lots of different crafting ways. Now that's if you just want it on thin paper like that, and you've got the image here, and you can see there, perfect. And because it all lines up perfectly, it'll just look like it's yellow all the way through, for example. But there is another way you can do it as well. You can just take I'll just bring this in, you can just stick one piece onto a piece of card, so you've got a thicker heart when you're finished. Then you stick that down, just a little bit of glue on the back of the design, stick that down, and make sure when you're doing it, you've got on this particular card, it's got like a rib going through it. That's a strong way, so it's difficult to bend that way, but it's easy that way. And because I want mine to stand up, I'm going to turn this into a decoration to put in a stake. I've done it so that the main strength is running down like that. So all you've got to do is stick that down and cut it out, and then do the opposite side. And there's another alternative you can do as well. I've got some of this foam board here. If you want a thicker one still, I've stuck that down on there, and you can cut this out with a scalpel. That one you can cut out with scissors. So now you can see that the heart is cut out, and I just stick the opposite one on the other side. There you have a heart there, which has got card in the middle, double-sided, and that will be able to use that in various crafting projects. So there you can see it, using a scalpel I've cut it out of the foam board. Now you can keep it black on the back there as well, but because I've cut out the mirror image, I can also stick that onto the back too. Just a thin smear of the glue. So now we have 3 versions of the same technique. That's just using 2 pieces of paper stuck together to give you a nice thin mosaic heart that you can use. Or you can do it onto card, and I've just put one of these little kebab wooden sticks in there, because you've got the serration, the corrugated bit in the middle that slides in perfectly. They look great if you stick those in a plant pot or wherever you want to put them. And then we've got a slightly stronger version here using the foam board, as you can see, and you've got that double-sided too. Again, you can just put that where you want. If you find when you stick them together there's little white bits showing, just take your scissors and just trim them. So you've got 1, 2, 3 versions there of doing the same job.